My bike crew is strong.
What a waste.
Almost enough. Almost enough.
いらっしゃいませ。
Pretty tasty. Thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Kiryu loves his beef bowls, man. Wasn't Kiryu's like, oh, I gotta go eat beef bowls before I go to prison? It's like the whole Kiryu thing. Come on, fat boy, let's go. Whee!
Really, guys?
Okay, now I could get these, which are 20,000, 40, and 80, but... Okay. These things are going to be important too soon, but... Whee! Yeah, but we got to finish this up. We're on the last chapter, but there's going to be a fucking... a prologue too, and it will be just as long as the last chapter, I assume, so... We still got hours of game left to go. God damn it, come on.
And stay down.
Yeah, I need to get this, keep on this story missions, man. Get out of my way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Okay, I'm gonna go pee real quick before I get into... Ah, my beard. No. No. How did that happen? I put my... Be right back.
Back already, Yagamishi. How are you feeling after last night? That shockwave from the blast took you down.
Oh, yeah. That was something else, I gotta say.
I bet, tough guy. Kamurocho's finest detective never fails to impress.
Doc, you made it. We've been asking around if anyone's seen Kuwana.
You don't want to know how that went.
No leads, huh?
Pretty much. Doesn't help that Arcade's crawling all over the place right now. Soon as they spot Kuwana, they're gonna make their move.
Yup. I mean, he's not gonna come out and, like, make it easy, though.
Kuwana gave this to me yesterday.
Isn't that Toshiro Ehara? Kawana-san called you out there just to give you this?
Yep. He told me to give it to Ehara.
What the? Oh man, it looks like it's cracked.
Can you take a look at it, Tsukumo? I get the feeling it's no ordinary pendant.
Certainly.
Not handing it over to Ehara till you know what the deal is?
He won't mind, will he? Besides, I damn near got blown up over that thing.
Speaking of, Yagamishi, what's the status of Ehara's sexual battery trial?
Saori-san's preparing for the appeal. Still no date, but the courts are working as fast as they can. If they accept the case and it goes to trial, they'll find out about Kuwana one way or another.
And that'd put Reiko Kusumoto in public security in this shithouse, right?
Right. If Kuwana and his murders come to light, anyone connected to Reiko Kusumoto could be suspected as an accomplice. And if that happens, she'd lose any control she had over the pension fund.
Interesting.
Everyone wants their own brand of justice to come out on top. But enough is enough. If we don't handle this, public security will take out Kuwana. And I can't let him die like that.
Then what's your next move?
Gonna head to Ahara's trial and back up Saori-san. Feels like we've come full circle.
I'd argue the opposite, Yagamishi.
I'm wondering if I dive into
The circumstances surrounding the trial are completely different this
to,
time
what do you call
around.
it on Tuesday?
I can't help but consider
Borderlands
how
2.
grand a task simply seeking the truth could be.
Seriously. But exposing the truth is the only way to save some and get justice for others. We can't just stay quiet and watch.
Sounds like you're seeing the light. Detective work's not so bad, is it?
He's still, like, dirty from the explosion.
Can you guys keep an eye out for Kuwana and Ijincho? I need to go over Ahara's case with Saori-san.
10-4. We'll amp up surveillance.
We're going too, Sukiura. Time to get shit done.
Right on.
Right on. So I gotta go buy some stuff at a convenience store, and then we'll go back to. Anybody have any good plans for the weekend? I hope everybody's like doing fun shit. Are you Tokyo drifting, Krem? Nice, Toasty. Nice, Dal. Not working is always a good thing, man. Fuck working. Okay, where's the... Yeah, I gotta get that. Finish refilling my supplies up, and then... Yeah, I would think so. Dude, when I was test driving one of those Crosstreks, Krem, they had me drive, like, go pull off-road here. Like, they had a little off-road spot they used, and I was just, like, doing fucking, like, going over bumps and shit like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Subaru has really good all-wheel drive stuff. And I will never not have all-wheel drive in Colorado
Waste.
again. After, like, coming to Colorado with a not all-wheel drive car, my Honda. So, yeah, fuck that. I just got hit by a car because I'm trying to read chat. And I didn't think the car would hit me. I was wrong. Yep. Yep. It's Colorado. I'm like, I don't want to dealing with going into the mountains and shit like that without it. Fucking sucks. That's why I don't ever want to deal with that shit again. Yep. Why do I still think it's hysterical they have Mountain Dew in this game? Okay, now we can go. Just need a taxi now. Just need a taxi. Dude, when I moved here in with my little Honda, I was doing I was living in Colorado Springs, and Colorado Springs is super fucking hilly, and I got stuck more than once trying to go up hills in Colorado Springs. It's not as hilly in Denver compared to Colorado Springs, so thank God.
Really, guys?
Okay. I should probably get, like... Yeah, let's get food, because... Wild avocado burger.
Starting pretty tasty. Thanks.
I just found 4 chicken burgers. That's a lot of chicken. I feel like you want to live in the South to have, like, not have all-wheel drive in America anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I live in Mississippi, so I don't need all-wheel drive. Yep, that's about all.
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Shirosaki-sensei asked me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san, you're just in time. I think we should conduct another interview with Ihara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to show he's innocent of battery,
What's up,
then we need
beautiful?
to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same time. But since the murder footage isn't admissible in court, we need something more substantial.
I'm doing good, friend. Besides his beard being itchy. Right. The judge said they wouldn't allow internet videos of unknown origin in court.
Basically, we need new evidence. And
how about you?
That might mean
how long till
something
you
no
make your
one's
adventure
seen or
to
found yet.
So your
Denmark?
plan is to meet with Ahara and just ask him?
I know it's a long shot, but yes.
I'd like to come help, but someone has to check Higashi-san's work.
Excuse me? If I have to be Hoshino-kun's lackey, I'm fucking out.
I'd prefer if you address me as Hoshino-sensei.
Mouth on this kid.
Ehara only seems to open up to you, Yagami-kun. So, if you talk to him again, do you think we'll find out some...
What is there anything with the puppy that is going to be a problem? Does the puppy have to go through quarantine or anything like that?
Something new this time?
I'll see what I can get out of him. Having another chat with him couldn't hurt.
Sounds good. Oh, and look after Saori for me, would you?
Sure, but Mafuyu, should you even be here? Won't the prosecution think you're double-crossing them?
What do you mean? I am just here to get dirt
Oh,
on the
nice,
fence.
nice, Cake. I wasn't sure because like coming in and out of America is way bigger of a deal, I think.
Prosecutor Takano to hear all about it.
Guess we better watch ourselves.
I still have some preparations to make. Yagami-san, why don't you go kill some time? I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. It shouldn't take long.
Sure thing.
I didn't know dogs had passports, by the way.
I'm going to try and get in touch with Ihara's wife. Even though they're separated, Ihara may have shared details about Mikoshiba's murder with her. Oh, and Higashi-san
cool.
will be there to help.
Cool, Cake. You learn something new every day. Oh, dude, it's a big life change, Cake. I'm excited for you.
Sorry for keeping you, Yagami-san. We should head to the detention center. Where are you?
In Kamurocho. How about I take a cab and pick you up?
If you please. I'll be waiting.
I think it's gonna be incredible for you, Cake. No, Cake? You're going to make yourself happy, man. That is, you're never too old to be happy. Cake, you're not that old. I like, why do you say things like that? You silly bitch. Am I too old? You're still... I mean, I turned 40 last year, Cake. 40 isn't too... Dude, you're still breathing air. You're alive. You're not too old to be doing something, like, something so good for you, you know? Yeah, exactly. Toasty nailed it. It's about being happy. It's not about anything else.
Irashaimase. ありがとうございました。
I'm proud of you, Cake. It takes a lot of bravery to do something like that, even though when it's right, it's still a lot of something scary, man. So you're doing awesome. I'm proud of you.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage can't be used as evidence. I was hoping it'd be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you murdered Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery, and I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kuwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison, right? Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for letting a murderer walk free.
Exactly. The public must know that the law can't be trusted. Personally, I hope the media hops all over it.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already?
Not a bad reaction from Ihara. Maybe that there really is some hard evidence of Mikoshiba's murder.
Because we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence to take into the appeal.
That's why you geniuses came all the way out here. I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just handing it over.
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we don't know about?
What is it, Ahara-san?
Even if
I
there
assume
was,
he has the knife
you'll
somewhere
never
that
get your
he killed
hands
him
on
with.
it. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
What kind of material evidence, if there even is any, could Ihara be hiding?
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD said the weapon used to kill Mikoshiba still hadn't been found.
Yet it appears in the footage without a doubt as to what it is. A knife. If it wasn't found at the murder scene, it's highly likely the suspect or an accomplice took it with them.
Any normal criminal would have just ditched it somewhere. Except you're anything but normal. You got revenge for your son, and you want to publicly humiliate the law for letting you pull it off.
Your point?
If you were cleared of the battery charges and confessed to Mikoshiba's murder without evidence, no one would buy it. You'd need something convincing. Busting out the weapon no one's found yet would do the trick. That one piece of evidence would flip the whole case on its head.
Well, look at you go. Then tell me, where do you surmise I've hidden this weapon?
At your son's grave?
Well, right after killing Mikoshiba in Ijincho, you would have had to book it to Ikebukuro Station. You had accomplices with you.
And if that's the case, there would have been plenty of time to hide the weapon.
Yeah, so...
That job sucked, Cake. I'm
that's
glad
about
you
as
got
far
to
as I
quit.
thought this out.
Did you find a new one, or are you just gonna find one once you get there?
That's it. Then I'm done here.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that. The financial implications of
Kawana's
that. Yeah.
vanished, Ahara-san. Public security found out about him.
Nice.
Public security?
Kawana wanted me to tell you he won't make it to the end of your revenge plan.
So, I'm the last man standing, am I? Well, he's already helped me plenty. I never expected to see him again anyway.
At this point, he won't be able to outrun them. If public security catches him, he'll get much worse than an unfair trial.
He'll get dead.
Burying him will be the least they do.
He'll get dead.
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grabbed a tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Bahar-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request to look into both Ehara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? Ehara-san's trial. I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
Sure about that?
Are we? It seems like we always become a lawyer, like we go back to being a lawyer at the end of these games.
You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
Hayo-san and others is looking for Kawana in Jinsho. Is there anything left to do before I go back? Well, not really. I'm just trying to get my things up. Now I'll just go back. Cake is the best. Cake is the best. Technically, cake is the best. She is the best. She is the best. She is. Jade Manson, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love this game a lot. It is really well done. I really like the detective stuff. I really like the characters in this game. Both of these games now, too. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, though, Jade. They all tell, like, even the less good Yakuza games all tell a really good story. Beating people to death with traffic cones.
Really, guys?
Like, I think that's all I need from, like, I don't... Just need to go finish the story.
Hello?
Doc, where you at right now?
Just got back to Yokohama, actually. You weren't spying on me, were you?
You just noticed? Everywhere you went, I know about it. And I mean everywhere.
Where are you right now?
Over at the Leomont's place. Hoshino-kun and Higashi are here too.
Oh, right. They mentioned they were going to Yokohama to see Ahara's wife or something.
Make your way over, will you? I need a full report, and I don't want to hear you were slacking.
Well, look at you taking charge. Anything else, boss?
Yeah, don't drag your feet along the way.
Anything else, boss? Okay, we gotta go get that. I wonder if I could beat this asshole now. The last time I tried to beat him up, he kicked my ass.
Why is it so?
Yeah, I didn't have as nearly as much health last time.
And stay down.
It's not too bad, 50k. And these assholes are right here, blocking the way. Let's go! Beating the fat man up. Kick him high, kick him low, kick him where the
Really,
peanuts grow. AKA kick him in the dick. Dude, was I the only one when they were announcing those games at the Xbox thing the other day that they were watching with the drop frame guys? That was like, they paid for Harrison Ford's likeness in that game, the Indiana Jones game, and then you're in first person the whole way. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Everyone but the star of the show.
Now that is next level ass kissing, Hoshino-kun.
A good ass kisser is a good communicator.
Welcome back, Yagami-san.
Grab a seat, Tak. Nice. So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
Ah, I see. Does that mean I don't need to be present for Ahara-san's appeal?
Huh? How would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
If Yagami's there, I don't see why you gotta be. You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun. You still gonna have a job if you're redundant.
I have been plenty useful. At least a little.
Should a lawyer really have to say that? This guy is kind of a rookie, huh?
Ah,
Man, the gangster just
You're
put
hot,
the lawyer
Arcane.
on notice.
Well, that's all I got. How about you guys?
Better gather all the info everyone got in Jinsho and sort it out. God damn it, Asalga. What the f— Why don't you go gift yourself a sub, Asalga? Because you love trolling gift subs out. You would be gifting yourself that you fucking troll. Here's a green one. Welcome. I don't need water, you fuckers. It gets stuck in your teeth, man. You don't love these. I'll be right back. It was a jalapeno, yeah. It was a jalapeno. I just grabbed whatever was on top there.
Hoshino-kun, Higashi, you two met with Ihara's wife?
Yeah, but we didn't gain much from it.
Turns out Ihara and his old lady don't really keep in touch. After her son took his life 4 years back, she refused to keep living under the same roof. Only reason she hasn't divorced him is because it's too much of a pain to process.
She's been living in that same apartment even when Toshiro-kun was still alive.
Saga?
She let us light some incense on his altar, but she was pretty vacant the whole time.
Did Ihara's battery charge come up at all?
She said she didn't care.
She didn't care her husband was out there groping women and killing bullies?
It's my
Has she even
Weird
seen
Al
Mikoshiba's murder
cosplay
footage?
for OJA.
According to her, no.
My Amish
Really?
Paradise
That's hard to believe.
cosplay.
Well, there's no easy way to put it, but it felt like she'd given up on everything.
Made for a pretty depressing trip, I'll tell you that.
Better gather all the info everyone got. Okay.
What's the word on RK coming down to Ijincho?
Everywhere you look, they're strutting around like they own the place. And they know our faces, too. They stare us down, but never get too close. It's fucking annoying.
Plus, they're acting like they're here to stay. They've been harassing the joints we have ties with.
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers and dying dashing or complaining to mess with business. Then another guy will come in and be like, need protection? And suddenly they're charging a fee.
That's some Yakuza shit right there.
Old shit, too. A Yakuza who pulls that today is out in one shot under the
What the fuck is a 3 1/4?
And Soma? Is he still around town?
Nah, there's nothing on him. Even if he is, he probably went underground by now. And Soma isn't exactly a social butterfly like Akutsu. Finding him's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Wow.
Especially if he has public security's help. Unless it's a life or death situation, I doubt he'll show his face.
A Royale with cheese?
So where's Kawana? Any word on where he's hiding?
Yeah, about that. We must have asked everyone in Ijincho, but we got nothing.
RK's out there looking for him too. They seem to think I've still got him under watch.
On the flip side, that means they still haven't found him either.
Well, yes, although that's not much consolation.
You think Kawana-san's still in one piece after the explosion?
Alive? Yes. Unharmed? I can't say. When I saw him, he was already making plans to disappear. But the real problem is what happens next. Now that he knows Reiko Kusamoto betrayed him, we don't know Kawana's next move.
I'd never let that slide if I were in his shoes. Maybe Kawana's thinking the same thing, you know?
Yep.
He spent all that time underground brooding and shit.
Game's done quick.
Maybe he's really gonna stick it to Reiko Kusamoto.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, we all need pretty good.
That about wrap it up?
And everyone here besides Asalga deserves pretty good.
Seems so. As for me, I think I'll head out and see what I can find out about Kawana-san.
Same. I just hope he's okay.
You do, Asalga, you do. You beautiful bitch.
Tsukumo-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive work.
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hoshino-kun.
Black belt in karate, and you never even use it.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho. Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
What about you, Sal? Want to call it a night? Tesso said he'll let us stay if you do.
No skin off my back, really.
So, what'll it be?
If I can really stay the night, I'll take him up on that.
No luck finding Kawana or Soma. Guess that means we're done in Ijincho then. go. Fucking, the jalapeno just leaves that fucking taste in your mouth. It tastes like grass, almost. What's this to do? Oh God, not this again. Not this again.
Hmm? Does that mean... Oh. Hmm?
I figured that's what you were doing, Asaga.
I see.
Toasty, Asaga says that avocado
Nope.
tastes like grass.
Well.
Just, he's trying to get you. Asaga trying to troll? Never. Nah, Toasty is not a spice latte type Asaga. We're...
Hey. Really? Good, because he's upstairs.
Seems like a dangerous game, Asaga.
Tsukumo-kun, Yagami-san's here.
Something up?
Yes, it's about the pendant Kawana-san gave you. Turns out, it was just a decoy after all.
Decoy? For what?
For what was inside. This. The cracks in the pendant were hiding an SD card, and on it was some video data.
Video data? Of what exactly?
It's the footage of Ihara murdering Hiro Mikoshiba, just like we saw before. No additional scenes.
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him and
Avocados are
everything.
true bros, it is true.
And all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape. Or in film, it'd be the negative. With no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So this SD card here is a special little thing. You can't usually buy it in stores. It's called a worm, or write once, read many. If you were to take a picture with a digital camera, the images saved on this SD card couldn't be edited or deleted. It's what forensics teams use when photographing crime scenes.
That game is really
Which
good.
means what we
I do want to try the updates, but I haven't
have
yet.
here is unaltered footage of Mikoshiba's murder.
That means it would qualify as evidence in Ihara's appeal.
Yeah, I'd say you have room to negotiate with the prosecution and the judge. At the very least, it beats an internet copy with no origin.
Hey, think this'll be enough to win the trial?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but it does explain why Kawana-san took such a risk. The video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he trusted.
Yep, he was trying to call you out, Toasty. That's what it was. Poking the bear and whatnot. So the murder footage is on a worm card. Does Kawana want me to use this in court?
Kawana asked me to give
That's
this
what
to
I said
Ihara.
too, Toasty. I was like,
Sure,
she
but
doesn't like
he
lattes.
had to know we'd turn it inside out first. Maybe it's Kawana-san's way of entrusting you with the evidence you need? After all, with public security after him, he may not live to see tomorrow. And seeing how he's on the run, he had to find a way to get that into Ihara-san's hands. Which I think is why he left it all up to you, Yagamishi.
Then it's settled. It's about time I expose everyone involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Ihara, Kawana, and his students. That's the first step to luring public security out in the open.
And I believe the SD card will make that possible.
So hey, looks like almost getting blown up was worth it.
I guess so.
You're always a doofus of Saga. That's why we love you.
Hey, sorry to bug you.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, Akane started hanging out with some shady guys. So I figured I should talk to Yagami-san about this.
Sounds like a tricky situation. Please, have a seat.
Akane's that girl you hung out with all the time, right?
She got along with Mikoshiba in the basketball club. She's a little cynical and she bullied Koda-san.
So, want to tell me more about these shady guys?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called. They've been flirting with her.
Okay. What else?
They got her so comfortable she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have. Stuff about you, Yagami-san.
Well, that's nothing I can't handle. But rolling with RK is bad news. She needs to stop. Their leaders are ex-Yakuza, you know.
I knew it. So they actually are dangerous then.
What's really going on?
They asked Akane which student you cared about the most.
Let us pray that order returns to the life of a Saga, but not too much, because then it gets boring as fuck. Okay, thanks, bye.
What?
So she kinda blurted out Koda's name.
She did what?
Yeah, even Akane knew she messed up, so she called me right after. Yagami-san, you've been mixed up with RK, right? You think they might go after Koda?
Can you try to get in touch with her?
Actually, I haven't been able to.
What about Akane?
Oh, right. Let me try and call.
Hello, Matsun?
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba-sensei was.
Huh?
I'm with RK. We're at the building where Mikoshiba-sensei's body was found.
Why?
Matsun, are you with Yagami already?
What? How do you know about that?
Yes, controlled chaos.
It's Yagami. Is Koda-san there too?
She is. Yagami-san! It's me, Koda! Please, help me!
This Yagami? Come on over and we'll play. You know the place, right?
Who is this?
Not important. Better hurry, or else Kodo-chan will have to entertain us. Know what I mean?
Hey! Stop it! No!
Don't! What the hell do you want?
Come down and find out. Oh, I'm sure this goes without saying, but if you go to the cops, these girls are as good as dead.
Do you guys even understand what you're doing right now?
Better hurry.
What's happening?
Matsun, you stay here. Tsukumo.
I'll contact Kaito-san and Higashi-san for help. And I'll fly my drone out to the scene too.
Perfect. I'm counting on you.
Yep, Saga. I understand. Right, and your point is I'm old? Is that what your point is? Because
Let's go, Yagami-san.
I'm not
Hurry
that
up, or
old.
I'm leaving without you.
I was not alive in the 70s.
Yeah, let's go.
Who knows, Toasty? Who knows? This is true, Asaga.
What's up?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. My drones just arrived at the scene. Koda-san and Akane-san are with some men. About 20 of them.
Where's Kaito-san and Higashi?
I've contacted them. They're on their way now.
Good.
Doom is right.
Hey! He's here! It's Yagami!
Doom, 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 doom.
Talk. This where those RK guys are holed up? He's Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec. Tsukumo?
I've confirmed the enemy position, Yagamishi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded, so a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run. Would you care to hear my plan?
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come with all your little bodyguard buddies?
Not like you've got room to talk. How many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah. But we'll have to save the lecture for after all this is over. You'll be free soon. That goes for you too, Koda-san.
You so sure about that?
You kidnapped them to get to me? Well, here I am, so let's go.
We did lure you here, so we can beat your sorry ass to death.
Okay, then. So what was your plan? Throw all these guys at us as soon as we kick down the door?
We're smarter than that, you know.
Yeah. We knew you'd have some backup!
Here comes! Let's take out the trash! Yagami! Hands where I can see them! And same for you two!
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
Huh?
No, he didn't come back, Asaga.
The wicked shall be smited and retribution shall be swift!
He just still subbed to him. Yeah.